All right, gang, welcome back to the Nutty Brewer series here on Farming Simulator 25. It is November. My microphone just fell down. I apologize for that. We're up here at the brewery. We had to fill up some water here. We're starting to run out of water. We did a significant portion of that off camera, as you can see. And we've got a decent amount of sparkling malt light in there. There's not a whole lot of wheat left for it to chew through. Still processing it, of course. But yeah, we're making some progress there. Now, it is November, so we're getting ready to be in the winter stages here where there's not really going to be a whole lot going on the farm. So what I will tell you is that after this episode, we won't be doing another recording until probably March-ish area. There's not really a reason, I don't think, to do one. So we'll definitely be doing some work around the farm here, around the brewery, everything else. But probably not really a whole lot of justification really to do any kind of a video because if I did, it would be a very, very brief one. So next time you see me after this episode, it'll be, like I said, somewhere around March period of time, early spring, where we're going to have probably lots to do by then. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Things are good, man. Things are good. So today, obviously we just did the water up there, but today really we want to get this field down here prepped and ready to go. You know, we talked in the last episode. Our goal for this field is to actually put in legitimate wheat, not winter wheat. Well, that's probably not the right word to say it. Legitimate wheat versus winter wheat. Regular wheat, I guess, versus winter wheat. We're going to put regular wheat in here. They're on a bit of a different growing stage, which should help us. And this is really going to be the only field we have right now that's not in a winter wheat state. Hopefully, soon enough, we'll be able to buy another field. And when we're able to do that, of course, the goal would be to add that to the mixture, the rotation here, I guess, of the regular wheat, and kind of keep the three we have right now for the winter wheat for the foreseeable future. So yeah, hopefully you're doing well, staying safe, all that good stuff. Things are good, man. Things are good. Been a little behind, but I'm getting caught up once again. At the time of this recording, I'm traveling back from being out of town. Took a little long weekend. My wife and I and my mom, we do a trip for her every year where we go to a new baseball stadium. She's a diehard Cincinnati Reds fan, and we're just trying to knock out some more stadiums for her. So that is her birthday and her Christmas gift all compiled into one. Now her birthday is still about a month out, but you know, it lined up for our schedules to go for this long weekend. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're actually going to DC. So we're going to go see the Nationals. The Reds play the Nationals, which is going to be cool. I haven't been to DC. I think the last time I was in DC, I think it was like 6 or 7, so I really don't remember anything. So if anybody is in the DC area or knows a lot about the DC area, let me know if there's something specific I should be checking out. I think we're going to do some of the touristy stuff. We did try to get into the White House, and we couldn't make it in there. I guess they were booked up or whatever, but that's all right. We'll still probably go see, you know, the Lincoln Memorial or the monument or whatever, and then, you know, all the other stuff, the pond, the lake or whatever it is, the reflection pool, whatever it's called, something like that. Definitely go see the World War II Memorial. I'm a big history buff on the side. I love it. Certainly not as big as some people, but I do like history, more specifically old war history. I'm a big Civil War fan, more specifically. But I do like the World War, of course. Everyone probably who likes history at least has some form of interest in the World War, or the World Wars rather. Anyway, so I'm doing that. So I'll let you know how it goes. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure I'm probably going to have a lot of fun there. But hopefully the Reds pull off a win here. They're really far out, honestly, but they're trying to make a run here. To get into the playoffs. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to tell you that right now. I can almost guarantee you it's not going to happen. It's the Reds. I wish I had more faith than what I'm just telling you right now. I just simply don't, unfortunately. But nonetheless, we'll see what happens. They're about 5 games back from the wild card right now, so it can happen. But they're going to have to string together like 10 wins in a row to make it happen, right? So, we're going to get this field plowed up. We're going to get the line put down on this field. Just get it prepped, ready to go, right, for the winter. Just get it set so then when March comes around, we're ready to go ahead and drill it immediately. And we're also, even though it's not probably the exact best time to sell it, we're going to sell some of our beer today. The reason why we're going to sell some of our beer is because these winter months are going to be a little hard on us. We do have that loan that is looming over us, right? So it's going to continue to eat about, I think it's like $1,300 or something like that dollars every month that it's eating. Let me take a peek here. We'll go down here and find out. $1,166, but that's still a lot of money, right? And if we're not going to be here around until March, I mean, just do the math there. You'll see where we're at. We're going to be very low, lower than $5,000. I don't really want to get lower than $5,000 on this series for multiple reasons. Well, it's a brewery, first of all. There's going to be things that issues that come up, and you need a little bit of funds and things like that, especially when you're trying to get a brewery back up and running, right? You might think everything's working properly, but there could be some underlying issues that occur during the process, right? So, yeah, we're just, I would prefer to be over $5,000 after all the loan is said and done by the time March comes around. So we'll see. I'm expecting pretty decent amount of money, as for a matter of fact, for the beer itself. Now, between now and March, there is a high probability that I will have somebody come here, depending on how much money we get, of course, from the beer that we're going to sell today, and put in some kind of a pig enclosure, a petting area, whatever you want to call it, for the kids and stuff. I said I was going to do that. We were going to incorporate that as part of the brewery. Maybe we'll name our... We don't really specifically have a direct name. We have a name that was on the brewery before, but maybe we'll name the brewery after some kind of a pig. Might be kind of fun. Anyway, so we might be, a pig enclosure or, something prepped and ready to go for pigs between now and March. If all goes well and we make enough money off this beer right now, that's truly the goal. But we'll see. We're going to have all this pig food as well from all the beer here. So it depends on what we want to do with the pig food. Speaking of that, we should probably take a peek and see if there's a place to sell pig food. I think we might have looked at this actually in the last episode, but I already forget, so just bear with me for a minute if you do remember this and I don't. Yeah, there was nothing. That's what it was, right? Okay, I remember now. Yep. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. That ain't gonna work. I guess if I put down some kind of a sell point, an all sell point, we probably could find a place to do pig food, but I'm not really gonna do that. That's not really the plan here. That's not really the main goal of this series. It's more of a loosely based story, not a challenge per se, right? So I'm not really going to worry or focus on doing something like that. We'll just kind of collect it and hold on to it for the pigs. And then, the pigs will have byproducts that we can use on the fields, which will be really good for us, right? I think the thing I need to figure out, and maybe a lot of you can help me with this once I'm done with this plow here, I'll give you a bird's eye view, and maybe you can help me with an idea of where you think I should put the pigs. Realistically, this is just me thinking, using my imagination here. You would probably not want the pigs to be right next to where you're sitting out drinking beer, because it could smell pretty bad, right? But I don't think you want them to be so far away that it's almost too far for families to want to even consider to come down and see them, right? So let me park this up real quick. I'm just going to give you a bird's eye view, and I'll kind of show you some ideas of these things that I was potentially considering, and then you can maybe help me figure out where they should actually go. Okay, so bird's eye view, right? So here's our small field we created, right? We could always take up part of that, and put them in there. We could always put them down here. The problem with that is it is a pretty steep hill down here and a pretty steep walk. This is what I'm talking about. If we're going to be sitting out here having little fires and having, I don't think it, even though this looks like a prime spot to put them in, I think it would smell terribly right there. I don't think that's the best place to put it. I don't think we own this section here, but if we can buy this, well, actually, do we own this? I don't know. But if we can buy this, this might be a great spot to put them in. Now, the only problem with this is I said this was going to be like our distribution area, so there could be a lot of traffic coming in and out of here, so, that could be, I guess, an issue as well. Other than that, the only other choice we really have is to maybe chop this tree down here and, flatten this area out a little bit and kind of put them right here on the corner, but it's still a little close. It might be okay, because it's farther away than what would right here would be, but it's still a little close, right? So, I don't know. You let me know what you think. You know, for now, that's really only things we own, the only choice we have, really. If you have other ideas or other thoughts of things or anything like that you think we could do, I guess let me know. You know, down here it probably makes the most sense. It's just, I think that's going to be a struggle for people to walk all the way down this and all the way back up here. Maybe I could build some kind of like a zigzag walkway up to here, but I still think that's going to be a lot for some families to do. I'm asking them to go on a mini hike here just to go down to see the pigs, right? I don't know. There's a lot of thoughts there, I guess. I guess I'm going to need your help is what we're trying to get at. So let me know if you have any ideas, any thoughts of where you think they should go on the land that we currently own. Of course, there is the option that we can buy more land and put them there, but even if we were to buy more land, so hold on a second, I'm going to go back up here in the drone. Even if we were to buy more land, I mean, really, where would we, I mean, there's not anything that's really that close. It's really going to be this section down here, which I think honestly is the best area. And up here, I don't think that's going to work because it's up high, so it's going to all smell. The wind's going to blow it right down onto them, so that's not really going to work. At least the brewery kind of blocks this a little bit, right? I don't know. Anyway, if you know of anything or you have any ideas of where I should put them, let me know. All right, let's get the lime out. Do we have enough lime? I think we do. Oh, yeah, we bought plenty of lime, didn't we? All right, what's in the used market? Anything for us? A harvester? I mean, we could sell our harvester and make a lot of money, but I'm not going to do that right now. I've talked about that already, right? I'm not really planning to sell the harvester. Unless something comes out that is near the same size as the one we have, and it's just, you know, significantly a good deal, then maybe we consider it, but I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, liming is underway. This is a weird line it's taking, but whatever. Watch out, deers, coming through. Ooh, this camera angle is terrible. Let me get in here. Let me get into the first-person view here. There we go. Perfect. So, where are we? Whoa. Ooh. Quick autosave, of course. Where are we selling these at? Yes, okay. So it's just where well, here's how I'm going to word it. I have a place just around the corner, but I'm going to do something to make, you got to use your imagination here a bit, gang, but I'm going to do something to make it seem like we're actually taking it and selling it somewhere, right? The problem right now is there's not really a sell point on the map, so I'm kind of having to utilize a little bit of a trickery in my imagination here, and your imagination probably more so than mine, to make this work. But yeah, I'll explain it all here shortly once we're done with the lime here, and we get prepped to go ahead and sell all of the beer. I will make it all make sense very, very soon. Went to the Reds game yesterday, actually. I was lucky enough that friends of mine got some, well, a friend of mine brought all of us together to go, but he got some free tickets. He works for a distribution, a beer distributor here in the area. Really a large beer distributor here in the area. So he got some free tickets, which was kind of nice, to go to the Reds game, and we were kind of in the out in right field. And it was in a Budweiser, I don't know what you would call it, like a party area, I guess. I don't know what you would call it, but it wasn't like free drinks and free food and stuff. That would have been amazing if it was. It wasn't anything like that, but it was kind of cool. She's like, I think they call it the Budweiser deck, I think is what they call it, but it was kind of cool. I've never been out there in that area. I've been at a lot of places at that stadium because, to be fair, stadium's been there for 20 years now or something like that, and breads aren't very good normally, right? So you can normally get tickets for, well, if you buy like nosebleed tickets, you can get them for nothing, and then just move down to the lower seats. That's what everyone does because there's plenty of seats everywhere. So I've sat in a lot of different places. I certainly haven't sat in all the richy places, but I'm talking about different angles and, different seats. I've sat in most of them. Oop, I'm going too far. I'm just talking away. But it was kind of cool to be in that little spot there. It's right above the bullpen for the away team at the Red Stadium. So kind of cool. All right, so that is done. So, we need to stack all of these beers up on our trailer so then we can go and sell these beer. And there's going to be a lot of this, and we're going to have to move all the pig food and everything out of here. So, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll just do this off camera. You've seen me do this many times before. You saw me do it in the last episode, as a matter of fact. So, I will do all of this off camera. I'll get it all loaded up on the trailer here, and then we will go and sell these and get all that taken care of. Okay, this is going to be the last load we're going to be able to put up here, and I'm going to be honest with you off camera. It was as much of a disaster as you would expect. I'm not the greatest at stacking pallets, you know that, but we got most of them on here. There was only one major hiccup that occurred, and it took me a little while to get it sorted up, but they're all up there. They're not the most elegantly up there. They're kind of a mess, but they're up there nonetheless. We got almost everything out of the production. It is still going, of course, but yeah, there's 3 pallets still remaining there. There's not even a guarantee that all these pallets that I'm going to be taking and trying to sell here that, they're even going to sell, right? There's not even that guarantee. So let's drive into town. Let's see what happens. Perhaps we can find somebody in town who might be willing to buy on a consistent basis. And if they do that, maybe we can figure out some kind of a deal with them where they send us a truck to load up. Obviously, eventually, hopefully a semi, and we can start sending them out far, far away. But let's not run before we can walk here, right? Let's just see if we can get them to sell anywhere in town. And then, second of all, see if we get any kind of feedback on it, right? If people are really enjoying it, then they're more likely to buy more from us. If they're not, maybe we need to consider a different recipe or something. I don't know, but let's just see what happens. Let's see if we can find anywhere to sell them, and we'll go from there. So I will see you in town, and we'll see what we can find. Okay, well this is a different one here. I found a market here, a farmer's market here, and I decided just to start talking to some of the farmers while I was in here. Ran across Fred right here, and obviously he's not selling anything specifically that would make you think, yeah, he wants to buy some beer from us, but he has decided that he's going to buy a couple of them right now, and he's going to send a truck actually down for us on a consistent basis to buy our beer, so long as he does well. The couple he's going to buy right now, he's going to sell them here at the farmer's market for us. Evidently, he owns this. There's a little shop, a little restaurant right over here. Evidently, he owns this restaurant and said that he would feature it in his restaurant and see how it does. So, I'm kind of excited to see how this goes. Right? Maybe we'll make some money off of this. Right? Who knows? With the Restaurant de Vouilly. Anyway, he owns this restaurant, I guess, and I don't know if there's an inside or if it's just all outside. I have no idea, but regardless, we found somebody who's going to buy one for us. There's also somebody down the road, he said, that would probably be interested as well. He'll ask if she wants to buy some for her little tiny shop as well. So we will see, but it looks like, at least for now, we've got somebody who's interested in buying some of our beer. Now, I don't know if we're going to make a whole lot of money yet on it, but at least we have ourselves a winner. And a potential to be able to have an actual consistent buyer. Now, one other thing he did mention to me is that there actually is a distribution company. The guy's not at the farmer's market, but he knows him well. He gave me the phone number and contact of him. Potential there, if I go and talk to this individual, that we might be able to ship some of this out further than where we currently are here in Normandy. So yeah, real exciting times, gang. So he said he would stop by a little bit later on today. The farmers market's supposed to be over, I think, around 1 or 2, maybe even 3. Depends on really how many people are still there. They kind of keep it running later if there's a lot of people there, obviously. But if there's not that many people showing up, then they kind of close it down. So we'll see somewhere mid-afternoon. He should stop by. Fred should stop by and see. Hopefully, the other individual he was talking about is interested as well, and we can sell a good chunk of these today, if not all of these today. That would be wonderful. If not, like I said, he's got a number for the guy in the distribution. We're going to call that guy up here soon and see if we can potentially sell some of this outsource, I guess, selling some of this to the distributor there. We won't obviously make as much money as if we were just going to sell this directly to a local shop here, or a local restaurant, or whatever, bar, or whatever. But yeah, you know, we'll see. This is I'm struggling to get through this corner here. I think I'm going to have to go in first-person view. There we go. Just hard to see with all the trees and everything. I got to be really careful here. I've gotten really close, actually, to flipping this multiple times on the way back here. It's very, very heavy. Very, very heavy, so we're kind of very top-heavy here, and it's going to be very, very difficult to move along here. So I'm just going to park it right here for now. It shouldn't really be in the way. And, yeah, so I'll take a little bit of break here. I'm going to go eat some food. And, you know, just get ourselves prepped, kind of move some more things around here a little bit, just work on some stuff while I wait for Fred to hopefully show up, like I said, mid-afternoon, and we'll see what we can come up with here, if anything. All right, a little bit later than I was anticipating, but he is here now nonetheless. He did say that the girl down the street who owns a small bar, evidently, I didn't know if it was a shop or a bar, it was a bar, both of them want to buy some beer from us. Evidently that went relatively well when we were there. I also got some money already from him from selling that to him earlier. He said he would bring it, and I just trusted him. But, you know, if not, whatever, we lost 2 pallets. They bought 2 pallets then. But yeah, so we got a decent amount of money off those 2 pallets, as you can clearly tell. Now, this is actually what he told me. This was the old this farm that we bought. This was their old truck that they would utilize to kind of ship things around, and he bought that from them, and he said he'd be willing to potentially sell it to us in the future, but he's gonna have to get one himself, of course, because he doesn't really want to lose that. But he said he would have potentially sell the used one to us later on if it becomes apparent that we want it. So I think I'm going to take him up on that offer. I'm sure he'll give us a pretty good deal. So let's go ahead and start selling these. Use your imagination here. We just got to kind of put them behind, and they're going to go inside of there. Now, they asked for, and I've already started dropping some back here, but anyway, they asked for specifically 16 pallets. So that was 3 we just put in there, right? So we've got to get a lot more. I'm a little scared to try to take bunches off at the same time here, because I know I'm just going to run into issues here, but let's see if we can grab a few here without dropping them, and I got to be very, very careful here. We got 3. There's them. We're going to be at 9 if I get all these in here, of course, without dropping them and causing issues. I just got to be very, very careful because they really aren't on the best situation. This is the reason why you can see they're already sliding off. They don't, for whatever reason, they don't like how I have them set here for some reason, but we're making pretty good money off this, though, right? Pretty good money. More than I think than we probably anticipated we were going to make here. Doesn't really seem like there would be 16 pallets could fit in there, but I guess they do. We're at 9, so we got to put quite a few more in there, as a matter of fact. It's crazy how dark it gets now. Evidently, I'm going to have to go to the other side for those. A little bit too far along there. Can't really reach it with the forks. Wish it wasn't so dark for this delivery, but at the same time, you kind of got to figure, you know, he had a lot of things going on too today, right? So it is what it is. Now it's super dark out. Woof. Now we're working in the night. This is good, man. Look at this. We're at 60 grand right now. This is awesome. All right, so that would have been 12. One more? Oh, they just need one more, right? Look, I did the math right there. Yes, for 16. I don't want to give him more than that. We want to keep whatever we can and sell that later on. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know how long it's going to take them to run out of this. I would assume quite a bit, honestly. I'm going to have to put one of these on the ground here. We don't need both of these. But I would assume it's going to take them quite a while to get through 16 pallets of beer here. But I guess I could be wrong. I mean, the one's a bar, right? So maybe not. All right, there we go. That gets us to $71,000. Very nice of Fred to buy that many. Well, clearly, the individual down the street that owns the bar, they bought quite a bit too, right? So without their help, we would be probably a lot less than that. I would assume the restaurant won't sell as many as the bar would, right? So I need to go talk to the bar owner. Don't even know what the name is. I just know it's a her. So we will get that info, go down to the bar, talk to her as well, and see if we can get on a more regular schedule with her, and we'll see about potentially buying this from Fred, right? We'll see how things move along. But for now, rather, gang, we're going to leave the episode here. Again, probably be March-ish before we do another recording here on this series. In-game March, not March real life. Just because it's the winter months now. There's not much to do, right? So we'll see you in March. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my members for all their support. If you haven't done so already, check out the link down below. If you want early access to videos like this one, you can become a member. Discord, second channel, shop, everything, all down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.